This, hands down, is the worst storm that we have ever had.
Surviving the storm and now putting lives back together after a string of devastating tornadoes pound central Illinois.
It's like a war zone out there.
Now a community uniting in the face of destruction. The town they love changed forever.
Well, it's a miracle. No one was killed. Thank the good Lord for that blessing.
Tonight, the shocking images and unbelievable stories of survival and perseverance. News Channel 20 starts right now. And this is what Taylorville looks like tonight after a tornado cut through the town, leaving a path of devastation, wrecking lives and injuring dozens of people. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Stacey Skryzak. Right now, as we come on air tonight, people in Taylorville are dealing with that damage and starting the long process of recovery. We do have team coverage tonight live from Christian County. Let's start, though, with Symphony Sherman. She spoke with authorities about the damage and the cleanup. And Symphony, what's happening right now?
Yes, Stacey. Well, it's devastation out here. You can walk through almost every neighborhood and it looks just like this one. It has been torn to pieces. I can walk through, I have my flashlight out here, and I'm just seeing parts of people's houses. Officials are telling me they now have evidence that almost 30 houses were destroyed. They don't exist anymore. You can walk over to the other side of the street and just find people's belongings. There's more than 50 houses that have major damage. They're not livable. It's just devastation out here. A lot of people trying to pick up the pieces. Last night they dealt with a lot of people trying to pack their belongings, figure out what was next, and people just walking the streets. This has actually caused Taylorville to put a curfew in place tonight at 9 o'clock, and so people will not be able to be out and about. There will also be police out patrolling to make sure no one's out. And if you are, you'll get a warning, and you could even be cited if you do not listen. So just let people kind of work to pick up the pieces and stay inside, because you will get in trouble if you do not. We're live here in Taylorville. Symphony Sherman, News Channel 20.
Thank you, Symphony, for that report. Taylorville Public Schools will be closed tomorrow due to the extent of damage. We're told the maintenance facility at the high school lost its roof. Also, Lincoln Land Community College Taylorville will also be closed Monday. To get the latest school closings, you can head to our website, newschannel20.com. And we continue our team coverage now tonight with Anna Espinosa. She's live. And Anna, you talked with residents that were impacted by the storm. What are they saying tonight?
Right now, I'm standing next to what used to be a shed and a chicken coop, but after yesterday's tornado, the family was left with nothing but debris. Tammy Howell has lived here in Taylorville for 17 years, and during yesterday's storm, a tree went through her house and much of her property was damaged. She was inside the house when it happened, and she says not only was she terrified, now she has nowhere to go.
It's devastating. It's horrific. Now we are considered homeless. It's a total loss. It's off its foundation. No roof. I have no windows. But, you know, we are fortunate we made it out okay.
Howell says that she has reached out to insurance to put in a claim, and with the help of some volunteers, they were able to get that tree off of the house, but she says she's not sure when they're going to be able to pick up all of this debris. In Taylorville, Anna Espinosa, News Channel 20.
Thank you, Anna. New developments tonight. A press conference was held earlier today with county officials to discuss the latest efforts to help victims and determine how much damage was done. City leaders are urging people to be careful when out cleaning debris and to be patient as crews work to clear it.
As we're cleaning up this debris, it's much like shoveling snow. I mean, it's heavy, and we need to pace ourselves as we move along. We have an abundance of resources in right now doing damage assessment. It's a combination of our county team and state team.
The county is using a debris management team to figure out which homes received minor damage, moderate, and those that were destroyed. Well, take a look at this. Homes destroyed, walls splintered and crushed, an unbelievable display of destruction. This is on Houston Street in Taylorville. You can see a lot of crews there going house to house, and here more devastation. This is in Prairie Street, an example of the sheer power of tornado, how it packs. Very fortunate. Luckily, there were no deaths. That type of devastation is unfortunately easy to find in Taylorville today. Homes and businesses lost, lives destroyed, people in shock. Let's go now to Amanda Henderson. She talked with some people in Taylorville that are kind of struggling to comprehend this disaster. Amanda?
Stacey, a lot of people are forced to pick up that damage late tonight, and damage such as this tree that actually landed inside of someone's roof. You can see the full tree was completely uprooted. That came from earlier last night when that storm came through. Talking with one family a little earlier today, they say that they're just grateful it was not more extensive damage. Now, during the storm, their son was actually not in Taylorville. And they say those moments leading up to finding out where exactly he was and if he was safe were some of the most terrifying of their lives. However, now that they're all back together, picking up the pieces, they say they are just grateful that the damage was not more extensive.
I know, from what we heard, I know when we went upstairs, we were like, we were thinking, is there going to be any house left? And we're some of the lucky ones. We do have houses left. I mean, I have power now, but I know a lot of people, a lot of my family, we have power. They don't even have houses.
The tree we took a look at earlier is not the only damage I observed walking up and down streets here in Taylorville a little earlier today. Like you've heard earlier, there's just a lot of damage. There's a lot of debris on the ground, but neighbors are all coming together to help pick it up, to help put it away, to make sure those streets are cleared, and to make sure their community comes together. For now, live in Taylorville, Amanda Henderson, News Channel 20.
Definitely a big community event there today as his tenure as governor winds down, a somber obligation as Governor Bruce Rauner toured the devastation and destruction in Taylorville. Rauner was joined by Congressman Rodney Davis, whose home is in Taylorville. They spoke with residents and surveyed the damage, planning for the recovery.
People have come together to help each other. It's incredible. It's so inspirational. These are inspiring members of the community here coming out. Many they don't know you see even folks who don't know each other necessarily. They're here to help, and it's wonderful.
Rauner also mentioned that his administration is in the process of determining if the state will need to request federal aid. As people begin to clean up their homes, officials are warning not to overdo it. A person in Taylorville suffered a cardiac event today while cleaning up debris. Now, the person was revived by the Taylorville Fire Department. The fire chief said cleaning debris is like shoveling snow. You shouldn't overdo it. The city of Beardstown also experiencing major damage after a tornado touched down. The Beardstown water treatment plant sustained damage from the severe weather. The mayor is asking residents to conserve as much water as possible until further notice. Well, as we continue our coverage of the tornadoes that ravaged parts of central Illinois, let's check in with meteorologist Thomas Patrick in the Weather Center. And Thomas, you were on the air. I watched you for, 3, 4, 5 hours straight, and a true testament to what you have done because there was no deaths.
Yeah, well, thank you for that, Stacey. And yeah, I just tried my best out there. 4 hours and 15 minutes, but who's counting? But Taylorville and Beardstown, only two of what were several tornadoes in one of the worst December tornado outbreaks in state history. This is the mapping of the tornadoes and the estimated locations, but the Weather Service has a big job ahead of them. They are out surveying each and every one of these locations, a total of 5 teams, trying to determine exactly how many there were and just what those ratings will be. We don't have that information yet, but we'll pass that along to you as soon as we know. This is what some of that damage looks like. You see some of the porch awnings just laid down, and that tree debris was actually doing a ton of damage, especially to all the homes in the Taylorville area. Otherwise, right now, just cloudy with some rain showers for now, but I'll let you know when December weather becomes, well, December all over again. That and our chance for snow is coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Thomas. To stay updated on school closures and the road conditions in the aftermath of this weekend's severe weather, you can head to our website, newschannel20.com. And still ahead on News Channel 20 at 5:30, we continue our team coverage of the tornado in Taylorville as residents come to grips with the devastation. Stay with us.